When I first applied, I thought it was just going to be like a bunch of crazy pre-meds and a bunch of people who made it being crazy pre-meds teaching us how to be crazier pre-meds. When I first got here, I don't know, I kind of got like a warm feeling from all of most of like the RAs and like the faculty and staff that work here with us, and they just seemed like they really cared about if we gained something from the program other than just like academics.
Well, I guess this prepares them for the pre-med requirements that they're going to take in college. And also they spend time with med students, which I think is important because they can have an insight of what it's like to be a med student. And also they spend time shadowing, and you know they will learn what's like to be a doctor, and yeah, and also like communication skills.
I wasn't sure what I expected when I came in the program, but now that I'm here and now that it's almost done, I can definitely say that I've learned how to manage my time much more better, and I've learned some very, very good study skills.
How to get into med school.
So I think, speaking as a former SMDEP student and not as your coordinator, I think the most important thing about this program isn't the academics. I think it's the connections that you make, the friendships that you make with people. So there's nothing more powerful, I think, than meeting people that have similar views and values that you do, people that are walking the same academic path that you are, people that are going through the same struggles academically, socially, intellectually as you are, and connecting with them and being in the same place for 6 weeks and getting to know each other in that way.
SMDEP was very rewarding for me. I got a lot of insight onto a lot of things, and like people who were here actually, you know, wanted to learn just as much as you did, so they were always a good influence on your work ethic. And the professors really wanted you to learn. They really wanted you to help you and whatnot. And yeah, and I got a good insight on the little MCAT practice test. Was really beneficial for me.
I think there are a couple things. So I think the first thing is just exposure to medical school, exposure to what it's like being in medical school, and exposure to physicians. And then the next thing is just for them to have a good sort of academic base and a little bit of a head start.
Since I'm a high school graduate and I'm going to college next year, so I think I have got practical college experience, and I have met a lot of wonderful friends. So I think that's the most important thing I have.
Yeah. I thought the program was going to be like a lot of like classes and a lot more shadowing. The most important thing I gained from the program was probably a stronger work ethic and exposure to like actual med school and the rigor.
I think the most important thing for students to have gained from the SMDEP program is a strong work ethic, a good understanding of what's expected from them as pre-meds, and a pretty decent knowledge background, so that when they get to these classes as undergrads, they're not completely clueless. They understand a little bit more about bio, a little bit more about orgo. Depending on what classes they took, they feel more confident as pre-meds and more like young adults in this pre-med environment. And now they know a little bit what med school is like, and maybe that'll inspire them.
Cool.
I benefited the most from the conversations I had with my 5th floor girls, just because I feel like we're all on the same page in terms of wanting to be pre-med and the struggles we go through and our doubts.
Just a new perspective on the medical field and what I want to accomplish in life.
Elaborate, please.
Like, what do you want to accomplish?
I don't want to be a doctor.
Cool.
I realize that pre-med is a field that I respect, but it's not for me.
Okay.
Okay, so ultimately, I think that SMD peers gain the most from the mentorship aspects that are built into the program. Having the opportunity to interact with medical students and to kind of pick their brains for information regarding the process of getting into medical school, what medical school is like and life after medical school, I think are things that are very important for the SMDEP students to know before entering the medical profession. What are you feeling?
Has benefited me the most has to be the interaction with the other people that are also determined to be doctors, because it kind of opened my eyes as to actually what options are out there and what being a doctor truly can be. So everybody else having, you know, their mind made up kind of opened my mind as to what I want to do. So that's what I gained from SMDEP. And I tell you what, I lost hours of sleep.
I think the most beneficial thing for me was realizing that I don't have to compromise myself and who I am in order to pursue my passions. And I think that was one of the most important things, because if I ever had any doubts, it was due to that. So realizing that I could still be happy and be in med school.
What thing did you benefit most from SMDEP?
Probably just understanding how to apply and get into med school, knowing the steps to take and when to take them. Like, I don't know. Knowing that the MCAT's going to be needed to be taken in May.
And how big did your ego expand after Dr. Walensky told you that your presentation was the best he's ever seen?
I mean, it was already, I already knew that, so it was like, it was nothing new to me.
Thank you, Josh.
There's nothing even close, guys. You can record this too.
Okay, stop
you can
it.
record this.
You can stop.
Because I already knew that. I talked about my presentation every day. I mean, come on, guys.
I think the best part about SMDEP for me was like being surrounded by so many people that were really interested in medicine too, and just like being able to kind of like see what other people are doing to get on the right track. You know, there were kids older than me, kids younger than me, and it just exposed me to a lot of different things that I don't think I ever would have gotten anywhere else.
I know I'm going to take physics next semester, so this rigorous physics enrichment course has been really beneficial. Hopefully it's going to get me that A next semester. And meeting all these great people, all the RAs are amazing, all these med students, all the doctors we've met, the professors. So the academic aspect has been very beneficial, but also the clinical exposure and the shadowing.
Beneficial thing I think from SMDEP was my shadowing experience. I definitely got to put a personal face on what it meant to be a surgeon and the hours and the patients that I would have and just a lifestyle of a surgeon. So I definitely think that was one of the aspects of SMDEP that I was very appreciative of.
Most important thing was write that personal statement. And I guess just different tips on who's about to give me a scholarship. So I'm real broke. I guess all those like little tips, like Took's talk was really important to me. The classes weren't.
What did you think of Josh's presentation?
Oh, well, I guess shit. He was trying to text me in the morning, talking about come on down here, call me a hooker, and I'm sad he lives in Houston.
I think it's self-confidence. A lot of times when you come to a school like Yale, you're unsure of yourself, unsure of really what you want to do and how to get there. But I think the program allows you the opportunity to meet with students, current medical students. It allows you to work hard. It teaches you to work hard, and it teaches you also that, hopefully it teaches you that by the time that you leave here, you can do whatever needs to be done in order to become a doctor.